Hello students. So in this class we are going to see visible surface detection method. So what is visible surface or hidden surface? This concept we have used in our lab program. I would like to recall the command GL matrix mode glet init display mode glet underscore RGB glet underscore depth. Do you remember that command? Glet underscore depth. So that command is actually initializing a depth buffer algorithm. Okay. So that algorithm implementation concept we will discuss now. That is visible surface detection method. So this algorithm can be called in other name. You can see visible, the black one, visible surface detection or hidden surface elimination. Assume I am showing you a duster. So the front face surface of the duster you can see. What about the back surface? That you cannot see. But in a software you want to make it visible, both front surface as well as back surface. So this concept will be discussed now. First one is classification of visible surface detection algorithm. I will show you one duster. In the duster, which surface is visible? Only front surface is visible. Back surface is not visible. So when you draw the duster in a software, you should make the front surface as visible and back surface as invisible. Correct? This is classified into two types. One is object space method, another one is image space method. What is this object space and image space? If you draw many images, assume one duster and one chalk and one note, small note I will keep, 3 objects I will keep. If you are trying to find the visible surface from 3 objects, that is object space method. What is image space? If you take a photograph of that, in a photograph, how to identify which object or which part is first and which part is second and which part is third. So that order of the image, that is called image space method. I repeat, in the object space method, the entire model is considered as an object, as a whole object. In the image space algorithm, we are using pixels to calculate which is first, which is second, which is third. Next one is back face detection. Assume that I will show you one duster. You are seeing the front surface. Now back surface has to be detected. How to detect? It is not visible, correct? So how to detect in the software? We'll use a graphic software. In the software I should be able to rotate the duster image. So I should be able to see the front surface as well as back surface. Or by making transparency, both front surface and back surface must be visible, correct? So to detect back surface, we are using the plane equation. You see the equation number 1, ax plus by plus cz plus d is less than 0. This is a plane equation. In the duster, you are seeing the front surface and back surface, both are plane. That plane equation is given in equation number 1. The same equation can be rewritten. You can see that is equation number 2. We view dot product of n is greater than 0. Either first equation or second equation we can use. You see the image. By seeing the image you will understand. So figure 1 you can see the normal. Normal contains ABC. Okay. And camera is showing the view. Your view. So these two vectors dot product you take. So that is this one. The dot product is greater than 0. This normal is nothing but the combination of ABC. The equation 1 plane equation is giving ABC. Correct? You see the figure now. Figure 1 is showing a surface normal vector n and the view vector v. By taking the dot product of these two vector, you can identify whether the surface is front side or back side. So as per equation number 1, if it is less than 0, that is back side. If it is greater than 0, that is front side. So the same logic with dot product is given. C, what is C here? C is Z, correct? So any plane will have three value, x value, y value, z value. But depth means what? Depth is only z part, correct? So there is no point with x and y. We don't talk about x and y when we talk about depth value. Only z is sufficient. So that is in equation number 3. C is less than 0. Only by telling C, I can identify the depth of any image. Okay. Now see figure number 2. So figure number 2 is showing a 3D polygon, 3D triangle like pyramid, correct? In the pyramid, how we are looking? Are we looking x side or y side? No, we are looking on minus z side. Positive z side is facing towards us. You can see figure number 2. So we are looking at that pyramid towards minus z side, correct? So you read the figure 2. A polygon surface with plane parameter c is less than 0. C is nothing but z side in the right hand viewing coordinate. So this view coordinate is right hand view coordinate. The mirror image of this is left hand coordinate. So we are seeing this image now in a right hand coordinate, view coordinate. It's identified as the back face when the view direction is along the negative z. I repeat, we are looking at the image towards negative side. The positive z is facing our side. Okay. Now we'll see. See the figure number 3. You are seeing the front face. It is not like a pyramid, correct? Pyramid is something like inclined edges are there. But this is straight edges. Back side also straight edges. So same formula only, plane equation formula we can apply. By measuring C value, only Z side value, you can identify is it front side or back side. I hope you have understood the concept. Now we'll see the algorithm, depth buffer method. So this is the method, depth buffer algorithm we are using in our lab program. You remember GLUT underscore depth. By calling that keyword glut underscore depth, we are calling this algorithm. By enabling this algorithm, you can use third parameter z value. Without using glut underscore depth, you can draw only 2D images. By calling glut underscore depth, you can draw 3D images. That is nothing but the z value. Now we'll see the depth buffer algorithm. So this image will help you to understand depth buffer algorithm. So you can see the view plane. The view plane is your computer output screen. Okay. So what is coming on view plane is the output of our program. So on the view plane, we are going to draw these three surfaces, S1, S2, S3. S1 is one right angle triangle, S2 is a polygon, S3 is a polygon. We can understand that in these three polygon, S3 is front side, S3 is last, S2 is middle, S1 is front side. So now you can understand which is front, second and third, correct? But how to make computer to understand this? The dotted line, you just draw the dotted line and measure the line, that is z value. So I will get 3 z value for S1, S2, S3, 3 z I will have. All these 3 z you compare. Which z will be big or more? The last triangle z will be more. The first polygon z will be small. So by comparing this, I can tell the computer which surface is front. So this is called depth buffer algorithm. By measuring the depth value and comparing the depth value, we can identify which surface is front side or back side. Now we'll see the pseudocode algorithm. First we are initializing the depth buffer and frame buffer. And here the algorithm will be expressed in a normalized form. What is normalized form? Instead of using actual depth value, it should be converted to the range 0 to 1 range. Okay, so the maximum range 1 is given. Frame buffer is set some background color. 3 surfaces are there, so 3 different colors will be there. Now see the second point. So for each projected point in the view plane, you calculate the point, depth of the point. How to calculate the depth of the point? 3 z value you have. So that z you compare with the depth buffer and compute the surface color. That depth value is having which color? Which color of the surface? So that surface should be the front side. That is assigned. Okay. Now we'll see some in-depth concept. So the equation number 4 is giving you the z value. How this z value is written? You please see the equation number 1. Equation number 1 is ax plus by plus cz plus d equal to 0. Correct? So that from that it is written z equal to, the right hand side it is translated minus ax minus by minus d by c. From that equation number 5 you can see. How 5 is written? It is based on the figure number 5. There are 2 points are there, x and x plus 1, and y side you see point y and y minus 1. Now in this, which point is front side and which point is back side? So suppose I take the point 1, first point xy. The next point is x side I am incrementing, x plus 1 and x. So that x plus 1 point I will apply here in equation number 5. Same equation number 4, x is replaced with x plus 1. That equation can be rewritten as equation number 6. Can you tell me how it can be converted to 6? Why the other parameters are removed? I told you already, we are calculating only on z side. So x, y and the constant value, all value will become 0. Only z value will be taken, only c value will be taken, correct? So by applying 0 on the remaining x, y and constant d, equation number 5 becomes equation number 6. Z dash equal to, z is the actual depth I want to measure, minus a divided by c, and you can understand that is a constant. Okay. Now you see the special cases here. This is the polygon. There are 3 lines are there, top scan line, bottom scan line and y scan line. I'll take one point, left edge point. I'll take the previous point, that is expressed in figure number 7. You see, first point and second point. I want to compare which point is front and which point is back. How to compare? By measuring only that left side edges. So this polygon is having 3 edges. You take only left edges. In the left edge, how to compare? This is nothing but slope value. Here the equation is given. X dash equal to x minus 1 by m. 1 by m is the slope, the left edges. So by using the slope equation, we can calculate the z dash equal to z plus a by m plus b. The equation is given. Finally it becomes b by c. How it becomes b by c? The slope value is considered as infinitive. Here it is a fixed edge, but to software we cannot tell from where to where it is starting. Here randomly we are taking 2 points. The 2 points are nothing but a slope. So that slope, for infinity value, that slope is removed. So the final point is written z dash equal to z plus b by c. This is nothing but your previous equation only, like minus a by c, right? So whenever, this is the final conclusion, whenever you want to measure a depth value for 2 images, which is back, which is front, by calculating depth value you can do. Now in a same image, these are special cases, in the same image, which point is front side and which point is back side. So that is calculated based on this above formula. So now we'll see some advantages and disadvantages. So you can see these points here. One slight complication with this approach. Read the first line. What is the complication in this approach? This approach is taking a point in a float variable. So float variable should be rounded to one nearby value because we are using raster scan method, right? Our raster scan method, we have a fixed xy value. So this floating point will be rounded off to a proper value, xy value. It has to be converted, okay, either upper value or the down value. That is the drawback of this method. The alternative approach is what? So instead of using floating point value, we can use an alternative approach, that is midpoint circle algorithm, midpoint line algorithm. You remember that we discussed in unit 1. By calculating midpoint value, it is considered as integer value, either up value or down value. So based on that, the xy value will be calculated, and the surface, whether it is falling front and back, will be calculated. So that's all in depth buffer algorithm. We'll see next class. Thank you.